Hey Grandpa, thanks for coming today. So basically I'm just going to be interviewing you and I'm going to ask you a couple questions about my dad. So to start it off, I would like to ask you, when did you first meet my dad?
I first met your dad when he came to pick up your mom for a date.
That's cool. What would your first impression be of him?
Well, he showed up in a bright yellow Camaro, ready to go somewhere, with the only daughter that we have ever had. So, what do you think I thought of him?
That's funny. Did anything really stand out or anything was different about him?
Well, let's see. What's different about your dad? He walked in that day and he's 6'5" and our daughter is 5'2". So, did anything stand out? Yeah, I would say so.
That's funny. Could you say if you approved of him or not?
At the time, I guess I didn't know what to think. As time went on, we improved a great deal, but at that particular moment, I think I just didn't know what to think.
That's cool. So when was the first time that you guys actually did something together?
I think the first time we did something together, and you have to remember your dad was an awesome mechanic, when he helped me work on a truck of mine, and we spent quite a bit of time working on an engine. And he was not only very talented and skilled, but he was very careful and concise and just a very conscientious person, and it spread through his life.
So I'm guessing that it was a fun time then? I know I remember he had a lot of fun with cars, so I'm just guessing.
Yeah, he was very good at it, and he truly enjoyed working on them. You could tell that he enjoyed in the way that he finished the projects. Everything was neat and tidy, and something to be proud to say, this is what I did.
That's really cool. Well, is there anything that you know that maybe I wouldn't know about him?
I'm not sure there's anything you wouldn't know, but I think because of your age, in the early years, your dad started off with absolutely nothing. And when you kids were born, it was clear that he wanted the very best education for you, but he also wanted you to enjoy your school time more than he did because he had to work all through his school time. And so I think you're probably starting to see it now, but in those times, I don't think you realized how strong his dedication was to your education.
Well, that's really cool. I actually didn't know that, so thank you. Would there be anything funny that you ever noticed about him or when hanging out with him? Anything funny happen?
Oh boy. Well, your dad being a great mechanic, he built airplanes, he built cars, he was very good at that, but he's also the kind of guy that when he took out the fireplace ashes, he put them in the garbage can and almost set the house on fire. So he wasn't very good at working on houses, but it was funny watching him try. We worked on a septic one time and he was totally lost, but it was funny watching him dig up a septic line and getting into the electric power feed and seeing the sparks come off the backhoe. Things like that.
That's funny. Yeah, he wasn't that great at housework, but I remember he was great with his forte. So, how did your perspective on him change throughout your relationship, either in a good way or a bad way? Feel free.
It was good when we first saw the 6'5" guy with the Camaro showed up. We were scratching our heads and wondering what was next. And in the end, when we saw the way he carried on his life, the dedication to church and Christ, and the way he raised you two kids, it was very positive and has been positive.
Well, thank you, and that's just about it. But is there anything, any last things, any stories or anything that you just have to get off your chest about him?
No, I don't. I don't think there are any. We hunted together and we did a lot of things together. But I think you know all those. Um, No, I just can't think of any.
Okay, well, thank you very much for this. I really appreciate it, and thanks for coming out here tonight.